Friends, this is Ganesh. Hope everyone is doing good. And in this session, I'm going to explain types of windows and its properties in SmartForm. Then a small introduction about how to debug a SmartForm. So these are the two things which I'm going to cover in this session. Before that, I have few updates like previous days. I'm not able to make any video because I'm not well. That is the reason I'm not able to respond your comments as well as your emails. Hope everything will be all right in next few days, I believe. And then about an Adobe Form videos. My plan would be in parallel. I'm going to keep SmartForm and Adobe Form videos, but unfortunately, I'm facing some issues in my rental system, especially for Adobe. It's showing some connection error. I already noticed to my provider. Hope that also will be okay soon. Then I'm trying to put Adobe videos as well. Okay, so these are the two updates. So let's get into the slide first. So types of windows. So windows, excuse me. So types of windows, it's differ in script, SmartForm and Adobe. Probably you might see some different or new type of window they introduced in SmartForm compared to script and Adobe compared to SmartForm. So that is the way in SmartForm we have main, secondary, final and copies. I consider these are little new compared to script. Main and secondary, yes, you have in SAP script also, you have a graphic window over there, but here you have a graph window, I believe. And here you have a graphic and address also considered as a window, but they are not keeping as a different types of windows. It's a different component. Last session also I have shown you how to create address and how to create a logo. So that's a different component. So they're not coming under this types of windows. So we have four types of windows in SmartForm: main, secondary, final and copies. Okay, so in one line explanation, main is a continuous window. As you aware, if you want to keep growing your pages depends on the business data dynamically, then you have to keep those kind of content inside the window. So every window has to hold a content. It could be a dynamic or static. So if you want to keep the pages to be created based on your data, then go with the main, because that is the only window able to create the additional pages depends on the data. And secondary window is a fixed window. So fixed window is like I want some my company name or header information. Header information, it's not going to change because it's going to be only one sales order number, sales order type and the value of the sales order. So this is not going to be repeated or it's not going to be additionally added. So those informations we can keep it in the secondary window. And then final window is it executes at the end of the design of your smartphone. Okay, so we'll see little elaborate about this, but the window is going to execute at the end of your design. So here it's not going to see the hierarchy because it's a property itself. It shows the type itself. It shows a final window. So even if you keep at the first of your design, middle of your design, end of your design, it executes at the last. Copies window is going to be get a copy of your original SmartForms, but you don't want to be a copy window to take a additional copy of your SmartForm, because you have a printer properties. If you say I want 3 copies of my original page, you will get it. But what is the need of copies window is it's additional one. For example, I want display a heading for my copies windows. So if it is a copies window, the user is going to be like, I want to duplicate 1, duplicate 2, delivery note you're able to see, right? Original copy, duplicate 1, duplicate 2, duplicate 3, or driver copy, whatever it is. Okay, so depends on the copy, number of copies. I want to give some additional information to my output, to my document. If yes, then use a copy window. Okay, so it's not like if you more than one copy, I need a user copy window. No, it's additional information. If you want to be provided in a document, please use a copy windows. Okay, and this is going to be execute, this window is going to execute only for the copies, Meaning in a printer property, there is an option called number of copies. If the number of copies is only one, it won't touch your copy window. It just display only the original one. If it is more than one, yes, definitely it go and execute your copy window. So these are the types of copies windows, and these two are very simple to understand. So I'm going to explain little more about final and copies with some examples, then we'll get into the system. So now final window. So final window, here you can see this is my design, and in this design I'm keeping my final window intentionally to the top because it never considered the hierarchy. So final window over here, and I have two secondary windows and one main window. Okay, to understand how the final window executes, I'm going to keep a small logic, very simple. This one, I'm going to declare a variable like a in the global definition by assigning some default value as 100, and I'm going to keep this increment in all the windows. Okay, so a equal to a plus 100 is going to keep in all the four windows. Then I'm going to see how the final value is going to getting triggered or getting displayed in the final window. Okay, so this scenario is going to be differ between the pages also. Like if this design delivers only one page, the value of A is different. If the same design delivers two pages, more than one pages, the value of final window differs, because second page also, the secondary window is going to be triggered. Clear? Excuse me. I'm talking about my own scenario, because I'm going to keep A in all the values. Whenever it gets triggers, definitely the value of A is getting increased. Okay, so the main intention is you should know when the final window is triggered. So instead of this scenario, you can keep your own examples and try to understand. Once you're good with the understanding of when final window is getting triggered and its properties, very easy for you to just make use of this final window, one of your requirement. So that is the idea. Okay, so now the first one, if is going to display only one page, so my manual calculation is a equal to 100 in the global definition itself. Then it come and execute the secondary windows first. So here 200 and here is 300, then main window 400, and then come to final window 500. Okay, so the output of this design, if it generates only one page, is 500. Okay, another one, suppose the output of the same design is getting two pages, then what is the output? What happens? So page one, I'm starting with page one. Okay, a equal to 100, so page one almost we're getting 500, right? So we'll go one by one. So comes here is 100, 200, 300, 400 for page one, and 500 for page one till the final window, right? Okay, and I will show you in the debugging also for your better understanding. Okay, so do the manual calculation now. So A is 100 in global definition. Okay, control comes here 200, 300, 400. Okay, it won't stop here, it won't go to final because it has one more page. Okay, so till it's 400. Now again it's come here 500, 600. Okay, then it won't go to main window because main window execute only once. Even you have 1,000 pages, main window execute only once. Okay, and here if two pages, main window execute once, but secondary executes each page it executes. Okay, the execute in the sense the control reaches. Okay, because we have the programming lines here, so the the value of A is getting increased. Okay, start over. A value is 100. Page 1, okay, 200, 300, 400, again page 2, 500, 600, it won't go here because it executes only once. So here it's 600, then it executes the final window. Okay, so now what happens? 600 plus 1, 700. Okay, so page 1 value of A is 700, and what about page 2? Page 2 is already done. Okay, because it's a final window, executes one by one only. So then for second page, then final window only executes. So now the value of second page is 800. So that is the output of A. Okay, so the page 1 value of A is 700 and page 2 is just 800 because this is already done. That's what I'm saying. It complete your design, then only it will trigger the final window. So if it is 5 pages, just imagine how many times it executes, then it go to final window. Very simple one. Final window is after execute your all the process. Normally we won't do this in real-time examples like keeping everything and come and execute in the final window. We normally keep after the main window, do final window. Business level, I'm saying the business design. End of all the calculation in the main window. So I have 1,000 records, forget about pages, I have 1,000 records, execute all the 1,000 records, then I want the total, then we go and do it in the final window. Okay, so this example is for your understanding how the final window gets triggers. Clear? Yeah. Then what else? Copies window. So copies, I already mentioned, if you want more than one copy of your output, prefer to go to the copy window. So this entire copy window is, you are able to control it. Okay, I already mentioned copy window is optional. So you can, without copy window, you can take a copies, but if you need any specific identification of your copies, then you need a copy window. Okay, this is going to be controlled because it's only one window. User is preferred, I want 5 different copies. So every copy has its own identification. You don't want to create 5 windows. Instead, only one window is fine, is going to be controlled by one variable called copy count. Okay, so copy count is the variable. It's coming under a structure called SFSY. We have another structure called SYST. It's a system variable. It holds the system fields. So here SFSY is especially for SmartForm system variables. Okay, one of the variables is copy count. It's going to receive the value in 3-digit numbers. Okay, if I say copy number of copies is 3, then this variable is going to receive the value of 001, 002, 003. Okay, so copy 1 means 001, copy 2 002, and copy 3 003. So here what you can do is, for copy 1 I want a identification or heading as duplicate 1, or copy 1, copy 2, copy 3. So with the help of if condition, you can able to make it with some variables. I will show you how to do that. In copy window, it's a default property of copy window. In copy window, you have these options also available. These are options, so you can pick any one only. So this is a normal one, like original and copies. Copies differ. Imagine I have 3 different headings like copy 1, copy 2, copy 3. Simple. Okay, I'm taking only the heading level. If you want some logics, some other things, if you want to add it, you can add it. So if you say original and copies differ. What happens? In my first one, it's saying original, and the copy one I can say copy 1, copy 2, copy 3, because copies differs. Okay, and I'm saying original and copies identical. It will take the first identification of your copy. It won't, because copy says it's identical, right? It should not differ. So heading for all other copies is only the first one, copy 1. Same thing, only original. If you choose this option, it never touches your copy window, only original. And copies only, it never touches the original, it shows only the copies. And copies may differ, the same example here. And copies only, copies identical. Okay, so this is very simple to understand. Select everything, put it in the debugging mode, and see how the copy count is getting triggered. So based on the copy count only, your entire code is going to work inside your copy window. Okay, so these are the types and properties of your SmartForms. So we'll see the same in the system now. Anything else? No, nothing. Okay, let's get into the system. This is my system, and I have created a small SmartForm by displaying some data from EBAN table, purchase requisition details. Okay, it has few declarations. I'll go through quickly. Body of internal table, work area, and I have my own structure, and then finally a select statement which helps to fill my internal table with 100 records. Okay, and that is going to be included in my main table with the help of loop. So all the informations are move forward from my internal table to text element, and then that is displayed as a document or print preview, whatever it is. Okay, so now we're going to see types of windows here. And for this example, I'm not going to use a driver program because this is fully for a testing purpose. So whenever you want to do just a testing of your some of the concept in a SmartForm, driver program is not really required. But if it is a data is very huge and heavy, yeah, definitely you need. Otherwise, just in SmartForm, do everything here and make sure everything is working fine. Then you can introduce a driver program. For our scenario, only SmartForm is more than enough. Types of window. So here it's a main window you're able to see, and it has a different icon. And now I'm going to create one more window. Right click, create window. There are some types it shows here: secondary, main, copies, and final. And entire smart form, you can have only one main window and number of other windows. Okay, so that is very default one. Main window is basically it's a continuous one. Whenever you need or your data to be dynamically change or increasing or decreasing, whatever it is, then you prefer go with main window, because depends on your data volume, it generates the number of pages. Okay, so it's a continuous, that is what continuous. So in that case, keep that kind of business scenarios or business record inside your main window. Other than that, if it is a fixed one, like a header information, so header informations are not dynamic. It could be I want a sales order header number, sales order type, what is the value of it, and some relevant informations I'm going to keep it in particular place. Then secondary window works. Okay, for that you don't want to be use a main window. Mostly main window be going to be used for item and transaction data. Okay, so here I'm going to use, I'm going to create one secondary window, and let me have a text, because every window is the empty one and you need a text element to have whatever you want. Either it could be a dynamic or a constant value. And now preferable, if it is a constant, you can copy and paste it. Yes, you can do it over here. It should open a word over here, depends on what version in your system you have, but I have some issues with my rental system. That is the reason I'm not able to get it. Even I waited a little longer time, but it's not show up with MS Word content over here. So that is the reason I always go to the line editor and do it. Line editor is especially to write a code based on the data medium. But even here also it opened the word in a full screen, but here it's also not able to get it. So that's what I will go here and give some name like secondary window 1. Okay. And the best practice is always have a proper name for any of your component in the smart form, because if it is a huge and big complex smart form design, and it's very easy for the future reference, as well as it could be for you or it could be for any other developer. So give a proper name for each component. It's very best practice of smart forms. Okay. um, for example, you can say for my scenario this is going to be a secondary window, right? Secondary window 1. Or you can give a name called header information, or company name. It should be relevant for the content. Okay, so here I'm going to give the example of windows. That's what I'm giving: the secondary window 1, secondary window 2, for easy our reference. Okay, nothing big. Save it, activate it, and I'm going to execute here. So it executes, it creates a function module and execute. Furthermore, it goes to the function module import output, import export page, and then it goes to print preview or printer properties window. And here number of copies is going to play around copy count, but still we are not created a copy window. But this is the value it's going to carry forward for the copy count variable. Click print preview. I think I didn't move my secondary window anywhere. So by default it goes to left upper corner. So it shows secondary window 1, and I have 2 pages because of 100 records. If you go to page number 2, again you have a secondary window. Okay. So technically secondary window triggers twice, but main window triggers only one. Okay. This point may be useful for final window calculation. Remember that. So go back, go back, go back. And now what I'm going to do is, let me increase the size of my secondary window with the help of form painter. And I'm trying to keep the same loop, whatever I kept inside the main window, I'm going to keep it in the secondary. Let's see how it behaves. So secondary window is fixed size. So it's try to accommodate how much it can. Okay. Other than other records, it's simply ignored. It's simple. So let me have a loop, the same loop. So nothing big change, even no change here. Same loop, same internal table, and I want this. Okay, I can will have a text inside the loop. Otherwise, if you use this text every time, the hard coded value also display for every record. I don't want to do that. Go to change editor. So here ampersand WA EBAN PAN PN or FN. I'm not sure. Let's see. Okay, save it and activate it. Okay, so the fields are correct. Execute, execute, and print preview. So here it's able to accommodate only what do you call, like 10 or 12 records. And second page also is going to be same. It's not going to take the remaining records in the second page. No. Okay, and it went to third because I decreased the size of the main window. So it extended to 3 pages, and this is going to be the fixed in all 3 pages. Okay. Now I'm going to have a final window. So here final window, I need few details to be added. So here you might noticed it displayed only the data, not the hard-coded text secondary window. The reason behind is this one occupied the entire secondary window space. So that is the reason it not able to display the other text window, because it's both are kept inside this, both text are kept inside the secondary window. Okay. So here I need to do some changes. Here I don't want a loop in secondary window. My idea to understand the final window is, and I'm going to have a variable in the initial stage of global definitions, and I'm going to keep on increasing the value in a different component. It could be a secondary window 1, 2, main window, and final window. I'm going to display the value of the variable in the final window. Let's see how the values are getting accumulated for that variable. Okay, so I don't want a text here in the secondary window. Delete it. Instead, I need a program line. So before getting to the window level, so let me have what type of or how many windows we need for this scenario. I need 2 secondary windows. Okay, secondary window 2, and I need one more window for final. So change the type of the window final. So you can see a different logo for different type of windows. Okay, almost we are done. And go to global definition and declare a variable a type integer 1 and value is 100. Okay, so now I need a program lines in all the windows. One addition in final window is I need a program lines and text to display the value. So let me have a program line starting from main window. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a code a equal to a plus 100, and this is going to be a output parameters, right? And you can copy this if it is the content is same inside your copy code window or code component, not a window, code component. You can make use of copy paste. It automatically change the name from code 1 to code 2. Okay, but remain inside is everything is same for code 2 also. So right click and paste it. So now it's code 3 and right click then paste it. Okay, almost we are done. And I need a text. So right click only in the final window. Create text. So text to be coming after the code. Otherwise, whatever code you are entering here, a plus 10, a plus 100 is missed, will be missing while you execute your SmartForm. Okay, almost done. Now I need to write the a variable under the final window text. So once it is done, let me come and change the name of the code for our debugging purpose. Okay, so code 1 2 3 4 also it works, but it's easy way to remember or understand. Okay, so just a. Okay, so here what I had to do was one more small change I had to do. I want to execute this design with only one page. So let me decrease the count of my data. So just 10 is fine. I want only one page. Then I should know what is the value of A finally. Okay. So form painter to adjust your windows. Otherwise the newly created is going here and there. Secondary window 1. Secondary window 2. Yeah, window 2, and this is the final window. Just keep it wherever you want. It doesn't make any difference. It works depends on the property only. So this final window calculation execute at the end of all the design. Okay, save it and activate it. So as per our manual calculation, A is declared here, global definition as 100, and it should execute secondary window first 200, secondary window second, third, then 300, then main window 400, and then final window 500. Okay, so the expectation of A inside the final window is 500 if number of pages is only 1. Review. Very good. Overflow converting 300. Okay, my declaration is not correct. Variable A 44. How come it's 44? So it's integer 1. Okay, so this is not NF. So let me change this one. Okay. Change it. And global definition 3. Add to what at? I think 2 also works. Let's see. Execute, 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 and print preview. Okay, so the value is 500 with pages only 1. Let's see how it's getting 500, and I restricted with only 10 rows, 500 in the final window in the debugging mode. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep a breakpoint. It's very simple. If you want to go to a debugging mode, preferable is instead of go everything in starting from the debugging session, choose a specific place where you want to start your debugging. So for me, I want to start a debugging in all the programming code. So the programming code component is code 1, code 2, code 3, code 4. So here you can't keep any breakpoints here, but still you can have a breakpoint in your code, static breakpoint, but it's not an advisable one. Even though if you say breakpoint and username, that is not good while seeing any in the production or quality system. So it's only in like in a development side, development system, it's fine. Breakpoint or break and username. So whenever you have an option to go with the external, so please go ahead with that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, here you can have a static breakpoint. Okay. Let me change the name. Okay, for easy reference, this is for final window, right? Final window, and then secondary window 1. Okay, this is a programming lines. Okay, oh sorry, this is 2, this is 1. Okay, what I can do is, okay, let's, these two are standard one, code 1, code 2. Okay, let's act toward it. Now, there are two ways to find the place where you can start keeping your breakpoints. Okay, so first, not in the smart forms. Execute the smart form. Smart form is going to be generated a function module, and get into the function module and find either the component name or by a variable name. So the component names are, you remember, secondary window 1, secondary window 2, main window, and everything, right? And very specific, we need to go to the component name, the program component name. It's like secondary window, right? I think I should add a code because it has two secondary window 1 and window 2. Okay, let's see what is this first. Okay, this is a window WI2, so you can see inside there are some standard coding. Let it be. I want the other one. So here it's C02 and this is the code. So instead of giving the same name, I have to give some other name, code secondary window, then that will be easy. And mostly all the codes are created continuously. So the form subroutines, relevant subroutines are also created continuously over here. So this is the final one. So let me have a breakpoint. So as external breakpoint, because anyway we are going to call from either from the driver program also, and this is an include one, so I'm going to keep external breakpoint here, and this is secondary window 2, and this is for what, code 2. I'm not sure what is code 2, probably a main, because we kept 2 as standard values, standard names, right? Okay, anyway, I kept the breakpoint in all the 4. So only to be noted is what is code 1 and what is code 2. Okay, go back, go back, go back. Okay, go to a smart form. Okay, code 1 is main, code 2 is secondary window. Okay, so now execute, 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 and print preview. Excuse me. So now it's stopped in the debugging mode in the secondary window 2. So here it actually used whenever you have give a proper name in your component. So first it comes to secondary window 2 because the hierarchy of secondary window 1 and 2, 2 is the first one, right? So let me have the variable here. Okay, what is the value? It's in the global definition, we assigned it 800, sorry, 100. Then let's see where it goes. I'm going with full execution. Now it goes to code 2. So code 2 is secondary window 1. Okay, then value of A is getting added, and full execution. Expectation goes to main window. It's code 1, yes, it's going here, and adding the value of A is 400. So as per the design, and the design generates only one page of output, so it won't going to trigger the secondary window more than once. Okay, so now it should go to final window. Yes, it's a final window, and the value of A is 500. Execute, full execution. So the output is same whatever we have seen in the last time, 500. So now I'm going to increase the value, the count of my main data. Let's see, probably I go with again 70. It generates more than one page. Go to global definition and initialization. 70. Act toward it. Execute. execute, again execute. Yeah, good. Click print review. Okay, here. Let's do one by one. Expect My expectation is it should create more than two pages. So secondary window one, yes, and we are on page number one. Full execution. Okay, let me go with A. Value is 200. Full execution. Code 2 for secondary window 1. Execute 300. Okay, and the next should be main window. So main window code 1 and is going to execute 4. If this particular design creates another page, then secondary windows executes or triggers one more time, not the main window. Okay, so if that is the case, it should go to the secondary window also first, because till the design is not completed. Okay, so let's see where it goes, final window or secondary window. Continue. So again it goes to secondary window 2. Now it's page number 2. Okay, and if I 500 and secondary window 1 page 2. Yes, code 2 is secondary window 1 F5. Now 600 and finally it's done. All the designs done because my data needs only 2 pages. Then it goes to final window 1 first. Yes, final window 1. So it's 700 and one more thing, if I execute, again it comes here because now final window for page number 2. Okay, so that is going to be 800. Okay, so you don't worry about it because it's a full execution. So that will take care in page 1 and page 2. So page 1 a value would be 700 and page 2 a value would be 800 and execute full execution. Now we will get a document 700 in page 1 and where is a, okay, let me go to page down, and 800 in page 2. So this is a property of final window. So if you know the basic property of any component, then it is very easy for you to make use of it based on your requirement. So now let's see about copies windows. Okay, so copies windows, let's, these things are have no issues. I'm going to create a copy window. Right click, create window, and then copy. Okay, so copies window, I'm not going to change anything here, let it be. So inside the copy window, okay, before that I need to show you something before adding a copy window. So copy window is optional, always remember that. Okay, without copy window you can take a number of copies of your original document, so that is not going to restrict. Debugging, so here I'm saying number of copies is 3. Okay, so then print review. Oh, okay, it goes to debugging mode. 1 second, sorry. Let me take out this. Yeah, I paused the recording because I don't want to go line by line. So I just took out, and now if you see, I mentioned 3 copies, right? So here you're able to see copy 1 of 3. So page 1 to copy 1 of 3. Okay, so now I am page 1, page 2, copy 1, page down, page 1 of copy 2, and page 2 of copy 2. Okay, so the idea is copy window is able to trigger a copies? No. Okay, is the additional component. If you want to specifically or identify your copies with some names, unique names, then you can use a copy window, otherwise not required. So that's what I want to make sure before performing the copy window. Where here? Yep. So, okay, now I'm going to create a copy window. Create window. Close this. Copies. I'm not going to add anything here now. So let's go with the first option, original and copies. So now I need some identification. So that needs to be happen with the help of some if condition. So I need a code, simple. And I need a variable to hold my variable, sorry, values or heading, whatever it is. So GV copy text or copy heading, whatever it is. Type character 40. Okay. Now what is the code? So the code is if my copy 1, if the copy of 1 comes, I want to pop up some text. So that is available in a field. Here you can have field list on off option. And in this you have a folder called system fields. And this is going to be display all the variables, data medium from a form interface, export interface, global data, and another one is system fields. Now we need a field, system fields here, copy count. We want this one. Okay, so drag and drop. Actually, it should work. I'm not sure why it's not working in this system. So sf sy hyphen copy count equal to 001. 001 represents copy number 1. Okay. So gv copy text equal to, so this is original. So always the first document is the original document. And copy 2 and copy 3. So out of 3, so this is 1 and this is copy, or I can say duplicate 1. If it is a 3, you can say copy or duplicate 2. So the place is yours. You can write whatever you want. Else if not only the heading, so if you want some calculations also, you may perform over here. Okay. Copy duplicate 1. I already added this in the output parameter. Save it. And this needs to be added in the text as also. And here I added one text under the copy window. So here get into this and added the GB copy text. Go to change editor. Okay, where I left. Okay, here. Amazon GV copy text. Okay, now change or save, activate, and execute. Done. Execute it. So now we are going to give the number of copies as 2 or 3 depends. Execute. I believe there is no breakpoints. 3 and print preview. Okay, so okay, the window I didn't move properly. Copy 1 and 3 and page 1 2, page down, page 2 of 2, copy 1. Still it shows original one. So the document has 2 pages basically. So 2 pages and it needs 3 copies. So 6 pages totally. And now it shows copy or duplicate 1 for copy 2. And this is second page of that. This is third one, copy duplicate 2 and page 1 and page 2. Okay, so this is the use of copy windows. Depends on your need. You need some unique identification of your copies. Please proceed with copy window. Okay, few options. I think I made some mistakes in the typing. Let's see, because it shows original 1 1. It's not a big deal. Okay, some space. Form painter. Now go to copy window and play around with the options. I'm saying original, only original. Activated. I have a copy window activated it and I selected the option called only original. Execute, execute, and execute. I'll go with copies 3. Okay, print preview. So still you have seen copy 1 of 3. Okay, and here original 1 for page 1, and this is for page 2. And now, so copy 2 of 3, it shows only original. And copy 2, the count 2 and 3 won't come here because I selected the option called show original. Only original is going to be updated here. So that options, whatever you are seeing, it's especially for the copy count. So in debugging mode, you know how to do the debugging now. The debugging mode, if you see, it triggers only for 001, not for 002, not for 00. It means it's not populated 002 and 003. Maybe I can show you display, and I'm going to search GV copy text. So here have a external breakpoint. Go back, execute your function module, execute. So it's, I'm saying it's 3 and print preview. So there are 2 pages as for my design. Let's see how it behaves. The copy count. So here, if you see, copy count is 001, right? And I'm going to say full execution. Excuse me. So still it shows copy count 001. Okay, probably it's for a second page. Full execution. It's not, again, because it should come. I mentioned copy count as 3, number of copies is 3, because I selected the option called original only. That is the reason it's not even considering the copy windows. So if you start learning, just learn all the properties of the component, so it'll be easy for you to adapt for your own requirements. Now I'm saying original and copies identical. Okay, then execute. Still my breakpoint is valid. Execute. Okay, so copies identical. So then I'll get a original. Then all remaining copies is going to be the first copy of what is the copy count 002. So only the first copy is going to be for rest of the pages. So that's what the idea is. Original and copy should be identical. Copy should not be different. So my first page is going to be original, and second page is copy 1. Okay, and third is also going to be the same. So now copy count 001, full execution, copy count 002, and another full execution, copy count 001. This is for second page. This is for second page, copy count 002, and it's going to execute fully. So there is no 003. So this is original, but still, come on. And but still you have a copy page 1 of 3 and for 2 pages. This is original 1, this is for copy 1 or duplicate 1, and this is second page, and here it is again copy 1 duplicate 1, and this is for third page. But still, if you feel I don't want to be this continued, means this is a simple one, it's a variable, I didn't clear it. If you feel you have to clear somewhere, just clear it, then it won't continue for rest of the pages. So but if you feel no, for rest of the pages I want only the copy or the second copy of the identical unique heading to be followed in all the pages, then yes, you can don't clear the variable. Okay, so everything is depends on how your requirement would be. So this is the type of windows and its properties, and my personal experience. If you want to understand final and copy window, have a very simple examples, play around NF, then only you just come to know with 1 page and 2 pages, multiple pages, and multiple windows, then you're very easily to understand multiple windows, especially for final one. Copies number of pages and the options, whatever I have showed you, that those options also you can try. Okay, so I hope this video might be useful for you. Just play around with this. I'm talking about this options. Play around with this. If you have any doubt, please let me know. Thank you so much for your time. See you in the next video. Bye.